It has been the longest of long, hottest of hot minutes since I've uploaded a leg workout. So I'm super excited for today's workout because we are hitting the quads, the hamstrings, and of course, the glutes. This is an overall amazing leg workout and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I hope you guys love it. I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and never forget to subscribe so you never miss a workout with Whit again. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alrighty guys, I'm kicking off this workout with some glute activation exercises. Now please keep in mind I did warm up at a slow speed over on the Stairmaster. Now I'm moving into just a few activation exercises which help wake up the muscles. Let them know we about to demolish them. So helps get the blood circulating, helps get a little bit of a pump. I'm doing 10 sumo squats and then I will go into 10 RDLs. You can do as many as you need here until you feel ready to hit the weights. I ended up actually just doing one set. So one was good for me, maybe two will be better for you. Just see how your body's feeling that day. I'm still using these bands like crazy. I've showed you guys them a million times. I just grabbed them off of Amazon, but if you are new, I will link them in the description box below for you. So we are kicking off this workout with a few sets of some compound movements. Compound movements is something that's going to target more than one muscle group. Starting off with banded squats. I showed these on my Instagram and you guys really like them, so I wanted to explain more in depth about the benefits of adding a band to a squat. So I switched over to a lighter resistance band. I wrap it on one foot, pick up the barbell, scoot back just a little smidgen, and then place my other foot into it. I know it is so awkward and it may be too much for beginners, so have no fear. You can always take the band out. Be sure to have the band kind of wrapped behind your shoulders rather than resting on top of your neck to protect your neck and your back, girl. So I am just doing a normal pause squat. I am pausing at the bottom for about 1 Mississippi, pressing through my heels and squeezing my glutes at the top. Make sure if you want to target more of your hamstrings and your glutes that you are in a sumo position. So you can see that my feet are just past shoulder width apart and my toes are pointed outward. Now, resistance band, adding it to the squat. The reason why it's awesome is because in that moment right at the bottom of coming up from the squat, right there, that's where a lot of people get stuck in their squat, and adding a resistance band just, amps it up. So I'm still using the same weight that I normally do for squats, but adding that resistance band, girl. Now after completing 4 sets of 8 of the squats, I am now moving into a squatting curtsy lunge complex shindig. It's really going to get your heart rate up and your quads and your glutes will be on fire. So I'm moving from a sumo squat into a curtsy lunge. The curtsy lunges are so good for the glutes. So you want this to be a very continuous movement. Remember, if the barbell is too much, you can always swap it out for just body weight if you are a beginner, or you can add dumbbells, or you can just hold a dumbbell in front of you, or you can use the pre-loaded barbell. So remember, there's so many ways to moderate movements to make them more applicable to you, and be careful, of course. Safety always comes first, so do what you're comfortable with without pushing yourself too far past your limit. So I wanted to show you these curtsy lunges from the front. Be careful here, make sure your knee stays over your ankle and your foot. Really protect the safety of your knee. Never let those back knees hit the floor. We are almost there. I am now moving into a goblet squat, and to spice it up, a very basic staple movement, the goblet squat, I am wrapping the higher resistance band around the dumbbell, the squatting all the way down, and then I'm going to do some constant tension goblet squats. Once again, my feet are just past shoulder width apart, toes pointed outward. We're gonna sit here for 2 sets. And I want you to keep that tension going the entire time. So you see I don't come all the way up and press my hips forward. I'm keeping that tension, and woo, the quads and the glutes, girl. Ending this workout with a superset that is going to target a lot of the hamstrings, which for me is a very stubborn area, so I usually like my burnout to be either glutes or hamstrings. Today, it is hamstrings. This is going to be a superset. We are going to combine 2 movements, complete them back to back, and then we will rest, repeat for 3 complete sets. And that's it. We're gonna call it a day after that. All right, so 2 exercises, our final superset that we will repeat 3 times. I showed this on my Instagram and you guys really enjoyed it, so I wanted to just explain it a little more here. You wanna place a plate underneath your heels for a bit more of an added stretch, so definitely do this if you're a bit more flexible. This should be a very continuous movement from a straight leg deadlift straight into a sissy squat. So you're really hitting the hamstrings, and then this is just a fun little sissy squat we add on to it. Then I'm moving on to my favorite hamstring exercise. You guys know how I feel about this one if you watched my top 5 hamstring exercises. This is a single leg hamstring press. So the key here to really target your hamstrings over your glutes is to keep the weight on your heel, and you will really feel that pinch in your hamstrings right at the top, and it's like a very unfamiliar pinch, and it freaking hurts. So we are repeating these 2 exercises back to back. Remember here, if the single leg is too much for you, if you are a beginner, don't worry, definitely attempt this guy with 2 feet at first before moving on to a single leg movement. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Never forget to subscribe, and until next time, I will see you next time. Don't forget to check the description box below. I leave the entire workout there so you can screenshot it, take me with you to the gym. Love you guys. Love you so much. See you later.